Thank you so much for being with us today, Fahad.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Now tell us a little bit about Barack HR.
Absolutely, I can tell you about Barack HR. So we have been in business since 2011. We are a managed services provider, MSP. What we essentially do is we manage the permanent and the contingent workforce from open recs all the way to the employee checks and everything in between. So what that includes is things like payroll, compliance, onboarding, offboarding, 401k, benefits, time off, everything under the sun for those employees.
Now, what was your expected outcome when you registered to attend the Take Your Business to the Next Level webinar series?
Oh, I love this question. And to be honest with you, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect when I registered for the Take Your Business to the Next Level webinar. I attend a lot of meetings and a lot of webinars, of course, but Chicago MSDC pulled me in, and I was under the impression, honestly, that it was going to be more of like a classroom type of series and webinar setting, with things like learnings and readings, material, quizzes, tests, you know, the typical mundane exercises and webinars that we all pretty much are used to attending. But I have to say, this webinar series, first and foremost, was very engaging. And then also thought-provoking. And the questions and exercises force you to think about your business a little more in depth and also from a different lens. So maybe from the customer's point of view. And EX3 Labs was great. The team there also did a wonderful job at making sure the participants felt comfortable enough to share the intimate details about their businesses amongst the entire group. So that's how my experience was.
Since you attended all 4 sessions within the series, what was your biggest takeaway?
Yes, I was fortunate enough to attend all 4 sessions. They were great. My biggest takeaway from the webinar series, I would say, is that you can always do better for your customers. And a good experience doesn't necessarily translate into a great one. And the better your experience is for your customers, generally, the more revenue your business can earn. And so for me, I remember this being a difficult exercise for the business owner. She really thought that her customers had the greatest experience and the best customer support. But throughout that session, she was probed and challenged constantly with questions and guidance from the EX3 Labs and from the supportive group at Chicago MSDC, which helped to uncover her room for improvement. And so I felt like at that session, the business owner and myself, and I believe other folks as well, walked away with an aha moment that day, realizing that there's a lot more that we can do just by probing and asking the right questions about your customers. So for me, that was the biggest takeaway.
Now, what advice would you offer a business owner who's only thinking about registering to attend this webinar series in the future?
Yeah, that's another good one. And I would like to say that my advice to those folks is to stop thinking and start signing up right away. So that's my advice. Again, the series was very thought-provoking and really dived into the what ifs about your business, and to think about the potential revenue impact that you can make, and understand from a customer's perspective, and really to push you and your business to do more. So, every series business, I think, should be attending the series. Thank you to Chicago MSDC and EX3 Labs for partnering together to this, to bring this to us and for allowing me to also attend. And I think that, starting right away, you shouldn't be thinking about this. You should be signing up and elevating your organization to the next level.
Oh, that sounded so cool how you tied everything together. That was great.
I tried, yep.
Well, thank you so much, Fahad. Did you have any last comments or anything? Any last things you wanted to highlight regarding it or anything?
Nothing else from my perspective. Again, I think it was a great series, very thought-provoking, very helpful for our business. We had a lot of findings and learnings that we went back to Barack HR with. And I would say that, again, every business can benefit from this webinar series. I think it's important. We sometimes become very complacent and comfortable with what we're doing in our business today. But with the combination of Chicago, MSDC, and EX3 Labs, bringing together this program, I felt like it was very beneficial for Barack HR, and I do believe that it'll be beneficial for other organizations as well.
Thank you for your time, and we wish you and Barack HR nothing but success in the future.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. I didn't expect anything but the best from Chicago MSDC and EX3 Labs. So appreciate your time as well, and thanks for having me.